Someone is looking for us. Voices on the outside calling out. If nobody else has the nerve to answer, then it will be me. They say nothing can live on the surface. Certainly nothing human. As children, they told us to stay inside the Sankt walls. But life enclosed by concrete and clunking machinery found for me nothing but pure, unadulterated misery. I was meant for something else. Something bigger. Give me your suit and tell me how you heard these voices.
You can't go out there. They'll kill you.
I know what the history books will call me. The man born without fear. It's getting hotter now. There's no word for what they are. Folks back home mostly just call them the beasts. I believe they are more than that. They say these beasts destroyed the land. Others say they rose from the ashes. They're afraid to find out. Not me. I was never afraid.
Keep them coming. Cheers.
With a drink like this, you must have received some bad news.
You have no idea.
Not this spot again.
It was 300 years ago when the first of the Ascentrians embarked on the greatest mission the world had ever seen, the Great Migration. When the old world, formerly known as Earth, was deemed no longer fit for human life, it was our boys in gold who answered the call. Filling 1,000 transport ships of only the righteous and good-natured, the most virtuous of mankind ascended to what we now call home, the heavens themselves, the Ascentrium. And the timing could not have been better, for shortly after the Great Migration, the old world naturally fell into disarray and destroyed itself. The mountains eroded, the oceans dried up, and the air became toxic. For 3 prosperous centuries, we Ascentrians have mourned the lives of our fallen friends of the old world. In fact, if you look out your bedroom window, you can still see the blackened planet hovering over us from the great infinite. But through the destruction of the old, paved way for the new, as the greatest civilization the galaxy has ever seen, the Ascentrium was founded, and, to this glorious day, remains stronger than ever. Today, we celebrate the 300th year since the Great Migration, and give thanks to the brave men and women who led us through the great infinite of space and made the heavens our new home. With our capital's future looking brighter than ever, who knows what other tremendous achievements our people might have in store? Perhaps one day you will clad yourself in the golden white and explore the cosmos for yourself. Looking good, David. Looking good.
David, smug little git.
I used to love those old adverts. Captain, I see you're already celebrating after hearing the good news.
I'm not celebrating, I'm just having a nice quiet drink. Well, I was.
A good evening to you, bar wench. I'll have whatever the good captain is having.
He will?
Let's find out.
What's the occasion?
The captain here hasn't told you. He and I will be the first Ascentrium explorers to return to the old world. True history in the making. A mission personally bestowed upon us by the Paletsar himself.
The old world? It was completely destroyed. Everyone is dead.
There may be survivors. Something about sustainable living conditions beneath the earth or some such. If so, it is our duty, nay, our responsibility, no, duty sounds better, to save them from that desolate place.
They don't speak, but they choose me. For what? I'm sure I don't know. It's a sinking feeling, caught in the eye of a storm. It's so damned hot. I must hear the voices. I must hear the voices. Right. I feel it now. The fear. I may have underestimated its benefits. Some of us never fear for our life, until the moment it's being ripped from your chest.
Sounds like a noble endeavor.
Most noble! This will be a rescue mission of sorts, and I, Mosale of Prosperity, will be leading this once-in-a-lifetime expedition. At the starship's helm is none other than Captain Rausch.
We'll be looking for signs of life. We'll be back in a few days after we find nothing.
Don't let the captain's perpetually sullen demeanor fool you. He's being modest. But nobody is more modest than me. A simple joke, I assure you.
So, why return now, after all this time?
Well, I'm really not at liberty to discuss such information. I also don't know. The whole operation is being kept on the down hush, and rightly so. Regardless, it's not my place to reveal the Paletsar's secrets, top or otherwise.
You've already told her everything, Mosale. Might as well keep going.
Very well. You see, it's my first time embarking on an assignment of this magnitude. I'm dipping my toes into the proverbial pool of interplanetary travel.
You seem confident for a man who's never left the Ascentrium system.
Why shouldn't I be confident? The Paletsar himself handpicked me for this opportunity. Our Excellence sees me fit to represent the Ascentrium as an emissary of sorts. Should we come across any inhabitants of the old world, that is.
You'd never guess, but Mosale talks for a living.
Ha! He's done me again. You know, if I had a nickel for every time this man has busted my chops, I'd be dead. Captain, pray tell the bar wench of your role in this expedition.
I fly the ship.
Ever concise, Captain Rausch. You see, this is exactly why the Paletsar chose someone with a little more charm to go aboard this vessel. A joke, Captain, a joke. In all seriousness, he's actually a very talented pilot. Probably the best in the Ascentrium. Why else would the Paletsar request his services?
Let's just say he knew I couldn't refuse.
There you have it. I knew the man was enthralled with excitement. Rightly so.
Now, I know this isn't my place to ask this question.
Surely it isn't, but go on. Don't you just love the curiosity of the common folk? You'd better get used to it, Captain. We will be hailed heroes upon our return.
Right. So, on this top-secret mission of yours, what happens if you succeed?
Excuse me?
What happens if you find people in the old world?
A question most humbling, bar wench, for I am unburdened by this knowledge. I simply do the job for which I am paid, handsomely or otherwise.
We have been given another day. The Sankt has awoken, and the inner workings have come alive. Pulsating with electricity, emitting heat, powered by steam. Today, may the Sankt's lights guide us, may its air sustain us, and may its walls keep us safe. Use your light well, my friends.
Hello, Miss Lady?
I'm here. Are you lost?
The minister sent me, miss. What is this thing?
This is a transmission tower. It sends a signal to the outside world.
Outside?
In case there are other civilizations, like ours.
It can talk to people? People like us?
If they're listening, sure.
But there are no other people outside the Sankt. That's what Dad says.
Your father may be right, but we'll never know if there are others out there if we don't try.
It looks complicated. You built it yourself?
I did.
Whoa, you must be super smart! Are you smart?
Not any more than most people. Things like this just take time.
How does it work?
I can show you, but shouldn't you be in class at this time?
They canceled Academy today.
Cancelled? Why is that?
The minister didn't say, but he canceled school and told me to come find you.
The minister's looking for me?
I'm on a top secret mission. He said it's of an important grave.
Don't you mean of grave importance?
That's the one, yeah. Come on, I'll take you to him.
There are two sides to the universe. It can be stable and predictable for eons. Then, in an instant, dynamic and chaotic. Be it the binding of two atoms or a collision of entire galaxies. Combination facilitates creation. The human brain behaves similarly. From pulsating neurons to the faces you see on a screen. After all, we are the universe. And everything, sometime or another, must collide.
My father always told me that the cosmos was like a great celestial portrait. The Almighty, of course, the artist of the great infinite.
An unfinished painting at best. The old world is a void, a gaping hole in the galaxy. They say nothing can live there. Not even the sun itself can illuminate it. If there is a god, then he's forgotten that place.
I say, Captain, your overbearing enthusiasm is likely to kill me. Do you really think we won't find anything?
We may find something. I don't reckon it will be anything good. We abandoned the old world, Moselle, and likely for a good reason. Sometimes I wonder if, when our ancestors built these heavens, they created hell in their wake.
The planet eroded away, that much is true, but I hardly believe we're traveling to hell. That's a little much. Our gracious leader chose us for this mission. Take solace in that. He surely wouldn't send us to our peril.
I hope you know what you're doing, mate.
Trust me, Captain, I know exactly what I'm doing. Do you wish to kill me before I even set foot on this planet, Captain?
You know you're gonna have to clean this up.
I'm Roush. I was born in heaven. The Ascentrium.
Vesuvia?
Minister, please, call me Vesh.
Young man, your services are no longer needed. Return to your parents post-haste.
Does this mean my mission is over?
Affirmative.
He talks like a robot.
What I'm about to say is not for young ears. I'm in dire need of your help. Something happened last night, something I've never seen before. In short, there was an incident on the outside. In long, there was a terrible incident on the outside.
An attack on the surface?
It's not quite as simple as that. In all my years as Minister of the Sanct, I've never seen anything quite like this. But it's best if you see for yourself. Come, your presence is needed at the airlock hatch.
Is this about my mother? Is that why you came to find me?
Your mother? No, this is something else entirely. Prepare yourself. Guards, the hatch. Do you recognize this man?
I've never seen him before.
I suppose that would make him difficult to recognize. Responders report that his name was Ceramis, an extractor from the lower levels.
Only engineers have access to the outside. How did he make it out?
Through treachery. He stole a breather suit and a passcode from one of the engineers.
Do we know who?
As of yet, nobody has come forward.
This man, why would he do this?
Perhaps this may hold our answer.
It's written
in blood. His own. A last will and testament.
Well, you're right. This is something else entirely.
You were a student of the ancient languages. What do you make of it?
Not much. Tower, destroy?
This is why I summoned you, Vesuvia. I have no doubt he speaks of your life's work, your transmission tower.
How could this have anything to do with a transmission?
You've seen them before, Vesuvia. The beasts. Could they have caused this man to inscribe this message?
I don't know. This is a lot to wrap my head around, Minister.
You alone possess the tower of which this man speaks, and the beasts themselves? Well, you're the only one in the Sankt who's actually seen them. The people are scared. I need your help on this one.
I don't have the answers, but I know someone who will.
On my mark, Captain. Prepare for liftoff. 5, 4, 3... Okay, you're already moving. Keep it steady, Captain.
This is outer space, Moseo. Direction doesn't matter. Down is up, left is right.
Well, look who's come down to our level.
Hey, Ark. You don't seem surprised to see me.
Mysterious deaths, communication, intrigue? I figured you'd be the one playing detective on this one. I dig it.
I need to know everything about the man found dead in the airlock. A man named Sir Amos.
Sir Ramos, scraggly beard, bald, kind of a prick?
I can't speak to his temperament. He was dead.
Yup, sounds like Sir Ramos.
He stole a suit and a passcode from one of the engineers. Why would this man make a break for the surface?
You know, for a slice of pie and a cup of Java, I might be the guy who's got all the answers. And this message was written in Latin? Like, the language?
Most things are written in a language, Ark.
You're still a smartass. This was an exceptionally tasty piece of pie here, so I'll drop some facts your way. You see, I find this hard to believe, that Sir Ramos wrote his last words in an ancient language.
Maybe he studied it.
Vess, that guy couldn't even read. He was illiterate. Couldn't even write his dying words in English, let alone Latin.
How could a man write in a language that he doesn't even know?
If you ask me, there's some supernatural stuff happening here, and I don't play with no monster-type mess.
Every question I ask just leads to more questions.
Yeah, cheer up, kid. I got one more piece of the puzzle for you. I saw Sir Ramos last night, right over there. He was at the bar, drinking like a fish. An alcoholic fish. Across the canteen was some sad-looking red-headed dude in spectacles. Also drinking too much, especially for a man his size. And I was, networking with some colleagues of mine. Anyway, this redhead dude starts slurring something about other worlds, other dimensions, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, Sir Ramos sits down with the guy.
Could this have been the engineer?
Without a shadow. Now, I don't know what those two dudes started talking about, but Sir Ramos seemed real interested in what Specs had to say. Yeah, and then they both disappeared.
Did you catch this man's name?
Nah, but he won't be hard to find. Like I said, he had glasses, kinda short, and was as ginger as ale.
I need to speak to this man.
I can see that twinkle of eagerness in your eyes, Vess. But before you go jetting off looking for this guy, I gotta ask you something. Is anyone up there at the tower, right now?
No, I'm the only operator.
Well, while you're playing detective, you're gonna need someone guarding that thing. Word spreads quick in the Sankt, and I got a feeling that some stuff's about to hit the fan real quick up in this place.
Are you volunteering your services?
You just concentrate on finding Specs. Let me keep watch on that tower.
Alright, keep this on you. A comm, in case we need to be in contact.
Yeah, roger that.
Can't you navigate around the storm?
The entire planet's a storm. The only way to get around it is through it.
What could have caused all this destruction?
I'm reserving judgment.
Say, Captain, do you like classical music? I prefer this electronic stuff, personally. Take it in, Captain. We are the first of mankind to see this.
Captain, I'm about to make history. The first of the Ascentrians to set foot on Earth once again. I believe I've found my true calling. I see great things in our future.
I wouldn't stay out there too long.
That man over there, he's been staring at us since we walked in.
The big ugly bastard with the silver teeth? Don't worry about him.
He's creepy.
His name's Podias. He's never forgiven me for knocking out his teeth. Since then, he's got a hate on for yours truly.
Do you have a lot of enemies?
A man of my size, talking as much mess as I do, I make enemies real quick.
What if somebody comes up to the tower?
Well, let me put it this way. If anybody even thinks of getting near that tower, then there's gonna be a fight. And I'll tell you right now, I've never been afraid of a fight. You just do me a solid and concentrate on finding ginger specks, okay? You might hold the key to all of this.
Thanks for the help, Ark.
Nah, don't mention it. But with all this talk of death and monsters and the such, I gotta ask you, why'd you even build that tower?
What do you mean?
Like, there's probably nobody out there, right? I'm sorry, but that just seems like the most likely scenario. We've been down here in the Sankt for centuries without so much as a peep from anything even remotely resembling a human being. Why'd you do it?
Do you really want to know?
I asked, didn't I?
My mother was an engineer, working on the generators outside. I told you that, right? Well, when I was young, I used to sneak up to the rafters. I liked to look at the sky and watch the storms. One night, the clouds opened. The biggest, brightest light I had ever seen flashed before my eyes. It was gone as quickly as it had come. The next night, when my mother was stationed to work outside, I snuck into the airlock behind her. She didn't see me. I didn't have a mask or anything. I knew it was wrong, but I wanted to see that light again. Well, when my mother found me, she was furious. She always told me the surface was a dangerous place. The doors opened up. I couldn't breathe. It was them. They took her. They would have taken me too. I passed out in the airlock. Then I woke up, back again in the Sankt. There's a lot more going on than just us. I've seen it, and I want to find out what it is.
What do you think they are? These things?
My father believes they are demons. Some say they're ghosts, aliens, mutants, shadows. Maybe they're none of these things. Maybe they're all of them. Are you Bramford? I have to ask you some questions about the body in the airlock.
Come in.
Why didn't you tell anyone? about your encounter with Ceramus.
I was afraid that no one would believe me.
My mother was an engineer too. She was taken by the beasts. You've encountered them too, haven't you?
Something's happened to me since I saw them. Nightmares, visions, voices.
Is this what you told Ceramus on the night that he was killed?
He thought he would have these visions too, if he went out there. The thing is, I never wanted to be haunted by these things.
What do you see in these dreams?
All sorts of things. Last night, I had a nightmare that I just can't shake. I'm alone in the Sankt. Someone appears before me. An old man with ancient garb and a long white beard. When I try to see his face, another man appears, the one who leads our processions. He points to his arm. Then the sky. It engulfs the Sankt.
Ceramus wrote a message in the airlock. In your dreams, have you seen anything about a tower? The transmission tower?
No. But something tells me he may have your answer. The Gray Man. He can help you.
Thank you, Bram. Will you tell me the next time you have one of these dreams?
Sure. Please, make sure nobody else gets hurt over this.
I had the best man on the job.
Vess, does this damn thing work?
Ark, I found Bramford, the engineer.
Ginger boy?
I have to tell you what he said.
Never mind that right now. Your radar here's picking something up.
Is their AAS system blinking?
Your what?
The Advanced Airborne Sensor.
Just get over here. Something's happening.
Well, if it isn't our old friend, Mr. Arcadio himself.
Now's not a good time, Podias. I'm kind of busy.
You know, Ceramus's last message was to destroy this tower, and you are in our way.
Real talk? This thing's AAS system is going ape. Y'all need to get the minister up here.
I think the minister would find we're the good guys here. Besides, I got myself a new set of chromes here that I gots to break in.
Cut the crap, Podias. Y'all need to pack up and head back down that elevator.
I'm sorry, Arcadio, but I'm afraid you're just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
You know, before I would have bashed all your skulls in for a laugh, but now I really can't let you near this thing. You understand that, right?
We came to take down the tower, even if we have to take you down first.
If I have to knock out those teeth too, so be it.
Come on, boys. Let's take down that there tower.
Oh, no you don't. You are entering a world of pain. A world of pain. Give it up, Podias. It's over. And then back down now to find the minister. Going down. Don't get ahead of yourself.
What's that obnoxious beeping?
We've picked up a transmission.
Now, I really don't understand what all this fuss could be about. I understand you're very passionate about this situation here, and I completely understand that, but I really need you to stay calm during all of this. Don't let yourself get too emotional over whatever we might find.
Ark, can he hear me?
He's in shock. He needs the infirmary.
Well, this is a bloody mess.
Why did I drag him into this?
Luckily, I've been on the radio. Someone's coming up to finish this once and for all.
Finish this? What are you talking about?
Jacobian. We need the Sankt Guard more than ever.
Is this the man who's caused all this trouble?
That's affirmed, Captain. And one of them took a bite out of his arm.
Don't bother tending to that wound. Let him die.
Captain, the root of the problem is just over here.
Minister, what's going on?
I'm sorry, Vesuvia. The violence has to end. Let's be done with it.
Wait! You can't destroy it! Please! It's picking up something! Don't do this! Please!
What the hell was that?
My message. Someone's heard it.
Is that it? They've received us?
What do we got?
We've picked up a transmission.
Life forms?
It may just be something left over from before the destruction, but it seems likely that there is life.
Do we have their location?
We do. Mosale is about to send a message.
I'll call the brass. They'll brief us. You learn as much as you can about these people.
Put the gun down, Captain. Please.
I hope you know what you're doing, Minister.
Let her go. She's the only one who can work this thing.
Aren't they extraordinary?
There's no way in hell I'm wearing an outfit like this.
It's tradition to wear gold and white when venturing to the great infinite, Captain.
Orders from home. When you go in there, make sure you let these people know who you are. Angels, sent from above. We promised them a better world. We're here to save them.
Well, that is why we're here, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Some of you know that I've spent some years building a tower for communications. It transmits a signal and scans the area for human life. Yesterday, it found something. A transport ship in our atmosphere. There are people on it. They speak our language, and they want to meet us.
Quiet, please. This all may come as a shock to all of you. To call this event unprecedented would be a gross understatement, but I believe we should hear what these men and or women have to say.
We've spoken with them. They come from a city beyond the sky, a place they call the Ascentrium. Their technology is advanced. They've been looking for us and wish to make contact.
I understand any apprehension. For centuries, we've relied on the inner workings for the safety of our city. These walls have kept us safe. But I believe the knowledge these people have alone may benefit us, as a society. What do we know of the outside world? Nothing, beyond a small radius of ash. Perhaps these people have answers.
They could destroy us!
These men know where we are now. If they wish to destroy us, they could have already.
Their ship is nearby. There are 3 men aboard. If we choose to accept them, they want to build a rapport between our world and theirs.
Nobody asked for this.
Well, it's happening now. But we have a choice. Do we accept?
As captain of the Sankt Guards, I stand opposed to all of this. We've lost enough lives already, and now we want to bring in outsiders? I can't abide by any decision like that.
If I may. Every day I power up the machines. The inner workings are my life. But there is more to the delicate system than just the gears, cogs, valves, pistons, couplings, cylinders, cranks, what have you. Without human beings, the mechanisms rust and seize. The human element is crucial to the function and the maintenance of all well-oiled systems. Besides, that signal tower, the one with which Vesuvia has contacted these new folks, is just as much a part of the inner workings as anything else here in the Sankt. And it's found something. They say curiosity killed the cat. Well, to that I say, I'm a dog person. Always have been.
He's losing them.
Do I advocate for animal cruelty? Certainly not. However, if the death of one mangy feline benefits the greater good, then I say we kill that cat. And we kill it dead. You think about that.
Well, it took the ramblings of an insane old kook, but it worked. Vesuvia, make the arrangements. Tell our new friends aboard that ship that at first light, contact shall be made.
First impressions are important, Minister. Maybe we should take a little time to clean up the place. The bodies from yesterday?
Yeah, that's not a good look. Make it second light.
Do you think that's them? Bad joke. Hello there, Mr. Man from space? Whoa, hey, drop the weapon. Drop or I'll shoot. then. Never mind.
Greetings, friends.
What the hell? Are you... people?
We're with him. Ah, a subterranean haven. Truly remarkable.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Sanct.
Greetings, people of the old world. I am Mosale of Prosperity, emissary of the Paletsar and your humble guest.
It's a pleasure, my friend. I am Conwell, minister of the Sanct. This is Vesuvia. Were it not for her, you men would never have found us.
The brains behind it all. I should thank you for keeping your beacon alight.
Welcome, Mosale. And who's your companion?
I'm Roush, pleased to make your acquaintance. But I must inquire a pressing matter of utmost urgency.
Anything, sir. What is it?
Alcohol. Tell me you serve alcohol.
I can help you there, friend. Jacovium, captain of the Sankt Guards. You can come with me.
A request hardly fitting for the righteous, Captain.
Blessed be the Almighty. I'll be at the bar.
Minister, Commander Colworth here. I just saw one of these newcomers kill one of the beasts outside, and it was spectacular. I never use that word. Over.
Excuse my being short, Mosale, but I must inquire further. Is it true that one of you defeated one of the—
A moment, Minister. Our spoken word is more similar than I imagined. However, there is still the matter of our written communications. Can you read this?
This doesn't make sense to me. I can't make heads or tails of any of it.
Perfect! I couldn't resist, Minister. We are people of humor, you see.
Mosale, did one of you really kill that monster outside?
Monster? I'm certain I didn't see any monster outside. I ascertained that figure within the blaster's radius to be a mere shadow, perhaps a dead tree or some wild animal.
But is it dead?
Relax, Minister. All questions will be answered in due time. Ah, and here comes the man of the hour himself.
An honor to meet you all.
So this is the man who defeated the beast? The honor is all mine, my friend.
How rude of me not to make proper introductions. Minister, this is...
My name is Host. I'm responsible for the success of this mission, logistics, and the like. The big picture guy.
You destroyed it? Are you sure it was one of the beasts?
I don't know what I saw, but it won't be a problem anymore.
Everyone is staring.
They've never seen a man from another world before, my friend. Neither have I.
I'm human, the same as any of you.
Forgive me, Captain, but I'm nothing if not blunt.
Be as blunt as you wish.
It's my job to ensure the safety of everyone in the Sanct. My father was captain before me, and his mother before him. We don't discriminate here.
Of course not.
You'll understand, I may have some questions.
I believe Mosale is preparing some sort of presentation for tomorrow.
I don't need a presentation, I need answers. Before I allow any of you to spend another second in the Sanct, in my home...
We were requested by our leader to make contact with any inhabitants of the old world, be it for trade, foreign relations, anthropologic reasons, or just to laugh. I don't know, I just fly the ship.
Strange you'd accept a mission without even having a primary goal.
I have my reasons for accepting. We aren't here to disrupt your little utopia, and we're certainly not here for reasons of conquest. Frankly, the Ascentrium seems to have little to gain from a place like this.
Think what you want about us, or me. I don't care. I just want to keep my people safe.
I respect that, and I respect your time, Captain. So I'll be blunt as well. You people don't have to accept us. Say the word, and I'll take off in our transport right now. It doesn't matter to me. I did my duty. I got us here safe. Hell, I didn't even want to come here in the first place. Although you must have a fine distillery, I'll give you that.
Now that I can agree on. Gustavus, another round.
The city is powered by geothermic energy mostly. The generators provide us oxygen, access groundwater for irrigation, and heat the walls and floors. Our food, however, we grow and produce ourselves manually.
You depend on the machines?
We maintain them, they maintain us. Humankind and the inner workings working in harmony. The Sankt is regarded as a living, breathing entity.
A symbiotic relationship of sorts. Fascinating. I have a feeling this coming together of our two worlds may open our eyes to all sorts of new possibilities. You know, we once inhabited this planet as well, before the migration to the Ascentrium.
Muzael, I'm curious. After centuries of separation, why come back now?
It's not my place to reveal our connected history. However, a personal address from our leader, the Paletsar, will have the answers you're looking for, and more. Tomorrow, all shall be revealed.
And so you all live in a giant dome? With big golden towers?
Technically, they're made of copper and marble, with a gold film plastered over top the exterior.
Sounds ridiculous.
More ridiculous than a giant concrete city underground.
Point taken.
You know, our societies really aren't so exclusive. Our people lived here once too, before the planet died. We share common ancestors. The weapon your men carry, it's very similar, at least in design, to our seismic blaster. The one host used to kill the beast. You wouldn't know it, but even the architecture of the Sankt is very similar to that of the Ascentriums.
Our weapons don't shoot. They're built for mining, manipulating metallic properties. But they are dangerous. Anything that can drop an I-beam on your head with the squeeze of a trigger, or crush your helmet into your skull, is not to be underestimated.
Relax, Captain. Haven't I proven to you yet that we mean you no harm? It was only 300 years ago when we abandoned the planet. My people, your people, we're one and the same.
You think we've only been trapped down here for 300 years?
Well, we've been up there for 300 years. I can put 2 and 2.
I don't know what sort of historians you folks might have in the Ascentrium, but they might want to guess again.
What do you mean? How long have you all been down here?
Longer. A lot longer. You might need to start questioning what sort of information you're being fed, Captain.
Trust me, I already do. The only reason I'm here is... family problems. Let's just say that neither of our worlds are perfect.
That they aren't.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the old world. I am Muzael, proud Ascentrian and emissary of the Paletsar. What is the old world, you may ask? It's your world. You see, we once occupied this planet, before the surface became uninhabitable, but we achieved the technological means to migrate to the kingdom in which we reside today. See for yourself. Captain Rausch, the bologram.
It's actually called a holosphere.
I've always called it a bologram, but to each his own. The Ascentrium houses the greatest innovators and thinkers in the history of mankind. You see, our ancestors left Earth with one single question on their mind. What if heaven was real?
Whoa.
Today, this man can tell you.
Good evening, friends. I am the Paletsar. I appear before you tonight with one simple wish. To one day reconnect our worlds. After the Earth eroded away, you resided below the surface, biding your time, waiting for salvation. Well now, my friends, the wait is over,
hope to see you all very soon.
There is no man in the galaxy quite like our leader. But we are more than just fancy gadgets, colossal starships, and big ideas. We are much more. Allow me to demonstrate. Let's begin. Did you bring the knife, like I asked?
I have it.
Make an incision in my palm, as deep as you like.
Truth be told, Mosale, I don't like this at all.
Perfect. What you're about to see is not magic, only the latest advances in stem cell modulation.
You must have amazing doctors.
When tissue repairs itself, bones regenerate, and blood is cleansed with a single drop of this stuff, well, doctors become obsolete. Our world extends beyond the reaches of the imagination, Vesuvia. A world free from pain, from disease, from aging. We're emulating the heavens, my friends. It's only fitting that we should live forever.
Excuse me, sir?
Young lady, may I help you?
I wanted to thank you for sticking up for me on the day of your arrival.
Oh, that was nothing. But I have a feeling something else is on your mind.
This is going to sound strange.
Young lady, look at me. I'm the Sultan of Strange. So try me.
There's an engineer named Bramford. He has these sort of visions. You're in them. You have a mark on your arm. Then the sky lights up. Does this mean anything to you?
I suppose it's time we spoke. When that young engineer encountered the beasts outside, he was given a gift. He can see the future. Whether the beast chose to bestow this gift to him willingly is up for debate. But I know to a certainty that Bram is telling the truth, because I've encountered them as well.
These marks were given to you by the beasts?
I defied them once, when I saved your life.
You? You rescued me? On the night my mother was taken?
I walk at night. It's peaceful when the Sankt is asleep, so you can imagine my surprise when I saw that little girl sneak into the airlock. Once the lift returned, I got to the surface as quick as I could. You were unconscious, taken by the beasts. My lungs filled with ash, my vision obscured. I ran after you. They didn't like that. I was able to pry you from their grasp. But they wouldn't let us go without this. I brought you inside.
And then?
Then what?
What happened next?
Well, yes, I made sure you were safe. Then I believe I came home, bandaged the wound, and fixed myself a cup of tea. Earl Grey, I think it was. They don't call me the Grey Man for nothing.
I thought they called you the Grey Man for your hair and robes.
Oh, well, that makes more sense.
All my life, I never knew who brought me back into the Sanct. You saved me. But why haven't you told anyone?
I suppose it never came up.
You're indeed a strange man.
Well, I told you.
Thank you, Mr. I don't even know your name.
You mustn't thank me yet, for the bearing of this mark has brought me only bad news. Terrible visions, dreams. One day in some future the sky will indeed implode, decimating all that is left our planet. Just as Bram had foreseen, all wiped away in a flash of light. Since I was given the mark, I too have experienced these visions.
But you said these are visions of some future? As in, we can change the future? Can we prevent this from happening?
I do not know. I do believe it was fate that I saved your life that day, and received the mark of the beasts. And yet, to prevent this destruction seems nothing less than impossible.
You saved me for a reason, and I made contact with other worlds for a reason. Fate or something from beyond is giving us an opportunity. The arrival of the Ascentrians. This may be our chance to change the future you've seen.
Perhaps you're right. This may be the way.
If there is a chance to prevent our destruction, then it may be in the place these men are from.
It will be dangerous. These Ascentrians, Rauch and Mosael, do they trust you?
They do.
The task you speak of will not be easy. I'm endeared by your dedication to the good of the Sanct, and yet you're risking your life based on the hunch of some old kook. If I may ask, do you trust me?
I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't. You saved me once. I'm just returning the favor. Though, I will need help.
You shall have it, but I must warn you, it's not certain you'll be able to find the truth once you arrive in the Ascentrium. And if you do find answers, you may not like what you find.
Your visions, the mark, does this mean the beasts are trying to tell us something? They want to save us?
Who can say? They also told you to destroy the tower. Perhaps the answer isn't so simple. But we can both agree that these creatures, the beasts, operate outside the conventional time. This is why Bramford sees what he sees. And this is why Saramis the Dead Man was so interested in Bramford's visions.
I will need to keep it a secret. This knowledge of future events. Won't I?
Indeed you will. Don't let these men know what you know, especially the man aboard the ship.
The tall man?
His name is Host. He knows and sees more than he lets on, so be careful around that one. You have my help, Vess, but this will not be enough. You'll need friends to help you along the way.
I can do this myself. I don't want to put anyone else at risk when I go.
We are all facing destruction. Our lives are already at risk. And no, you cannot do this yourself. You will need help on your journey.
I'll see about it.
In the meantime, in your preparations, take this. It's not much, but it will help you on your search for the truth.
Tea?
Even saviors of the world need a good cuppa.
May I come up?
Of course.
Mosael?
Vesuvia! Yes! What can I do for you?
I'd like to come back with you.
You come back? As in...
As in, I'd like to visit the Ascentrium. I want to see it for myself.
Well, our plan was eventually to introduce you all to our world, but this is sudden.
Will you take me there?
I suppose. Of course! I mean, that's why we're here. To bridge the gap between our worlds. An alliance of the Ascentrium and the Sankt. And who better to lay the foundations of this coming together than the young lady who believed in us all along? I shall notify the others. Vesuvia, consider it done and pack your bags, for tomorrow you shall meet your destiny.
A man of the old world. It's an honor to meet you.
The old world? Why do you call it that?
The Ascentrians once inhabited this planet before the migration.
What made you guys leave?
The planet was dying.
Tell me why you've come back to this planet.
I prefer you get to the point. What's really on your mind?
I have dreams, things that haven't happened yet.
And what do you see?
An old man, dressed in robes. His eyes are black. He told me he was the Paletsar. I asked him why he'd come to visit me.
What did he say?
A single word. War. What can you tell me about this?
Well, that is some gift you have. The man in your head, he's our leader. But I assure you, we have no interest in war with your people. Have you told anyone else what you've just told me? I'll take that as a no. Such a rare gift you have been given. It's a shame for you to have wasted it.
Miss Lady, are you really going to the Ascentrium?
I am.
Will you bring me back a robot? One strong enough to beat up my older brother?
I don't know about that, but I can bring you back something, I'm sure.
Mr. Host, can I help you?
I have bad news. I heard a commotion from outside the ship. One of your men ran out into the storms. No helmet. A suicide. I'm very sorry.
I saw one of the engineers heading up through the airlock.
Bramford.
A suicide. Are you sure?
Could it be that this man was disturbed in some way?
I don't know. Vess, you spoke to him not long ago.
He was plagued by nightmares.
Did he seem troubled?
I suppose it's possible that he was struggling.
Such a tragedy. A young man pushed to the edge of insanity. If anyone should need me, I'll be in my quarters.
Captain Jacovian, perhaps we should retrieve the body from the surface.
I intend on finding a lot more than just a body. I have some news about our new friends here. Bramford, the engineer who went missing, I found these aboard their transporter.
What have you done?
They've been lying to us since the beginning.
Captain Jacovian, this is a serious accusation. We mean you no harm.
Guards, take these men to the cells.
Perhaps we've overstayed our welcome.
With us?
Everyone remain calm. Make for the area. Guards, begin lockdown procedure.
Vess!
Ark,
Don't think you're going alone.
you don't have to come with me.
You saved my life. Whether you like it or not, you're stuck with me.
Get to the ship and don't look back.
How can I leave when all of this is happening?
We will handle this. Everyone will be safe on the area. If you don't get up there, this will all be for nothing. Go!
So, what are we doing here, Vess? Right, you, don't feel much like talking. Me neither. But, what are we doing here?
It feels weird to leave home after what happened.
Yeah, you heard the gray dude. He and the minister, they'll handle it.
Vesuvia, I'm glad you joined us. Are you well? I didn't kill that engineer. It was suffocation by the dead air.
Bram had a gift. He saw things, and everything he's seen has happened. I wonder what he may have told you.
The man was liable to cause a panic. Before he died, he told me he dreamt of war.
And now you're going to tell me there won't be a war?
There already is war. A civil war. Conflict between two factions of the Ascentrium. Our kingdom has been split in two, loyalists and traitors. In a way, Bramford was right. But this conflict has nothing to do with your world. The Sankt will remain safe.
Why did you lie about this?
We never lied. Besides, you came aboard on your own accord, even after you knew of Bramford's death. I suppose you had your reasons.
I do.
Whatever it is, this conflict is none of your concern and strictly internal. Now that you're here, it is my job to keep you safe. Stick with me, and I'll take you to the Paletsar. He's nothing less than our king. You'll be famous, the first of your kind to set foot in our city.
I don't want fame. I just want to protect my home at any cost.
I am of the same mind.
How is it that your eyes have no color?
FYI, if you touch one hair on her head, I'll break every bone in your body.
And you'll be in prison the moment you set foot in the kingdom. Relax, Ark. You two are our guest of honor. Play nice. And you'll be treated like royalty.
A behemoth! Made of shadows! Did you see it, Captain?
It was hard to miss. All that's on my mind now is getting home.
Have you informed the kingdom of our return?
Our communications have fried. The instruments were ravaged by the electrical anomalies of this planet.
Perhaps you were right after all, Rausch. This place is hell.
You think this war of theirs has something to do with what Bramford told you? The laser cannon thing.
I don't know. You must think I'm crazy for doing this.
Hey, I followed you, didn't I? What does that make me?
Vesuvia, I'm sorry about your home. Will they be alright?
Host told me about the war. Why didn't you or Mazael tell me about this?
Tensions are running high between the Crown and its people, but it's under control.
Could this war involve us? The old world?
Could they destroy us?
The Ascentrium once had a weapon that could. A solar proton accelerator. But all interplanetary weaponry was banned and dismantled, a century after the migration.
So, the Sankt isn't gonna blow up?
I don't know why you'd think this, but I can say with utmost certainty that the Paletsar, the man who sent us to your planet, has no intention of hurting your people. That is a promise that I will swear on the life of my family.
Then why keep this a secret?
I didn't mean to deceive you. I didn't even want to have any part in this mission at all.
Then why are you here?
That I can't tell you.
More secrets.
Vesuvia, I'm really not a bad person.
You're better off in your cockpit, Slick. Maybe let the blonde dude do the talking next time.
This is what I saw. The light was real.
From when you were a kid? You sure? Either way, I'm going blind. This whole natural light thing, it ain't for me.
You saw our home when you were a child. Now I see why you were so eager to join us.
I need a straight answer, Mazael. Please. Are we in danger if we set foot in this place?
My shipmates are exaggerating, I assure you. This civil war, as they might call it, is nothing at all to be concerned about. Take it from a man who spent his entire life in the Ascentrium. This place is paradise.
Look, the Alps surround the Sea of Tranquility. No storms, no blistering heat. Serenity in its purest form. Our kingdom is just here. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Meh, sort of.
It's great to be home.
Where's our escort?
I made the arrangements before our departure, Captain. Colonel Manthus will be here. He's a dear friend of mine from Tower Prosperity.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's reassuring.
Mosale! Welcome home, my friend. I bet you have some stories.
Like you wouldn't believe, old friend.
Now, these two must be our guests. Can I just say it is an absolute honor to meet you both?
Oh no, are they all like this?
We've traveled to hell and back, Manthus. Our guests are weary. Would you be so kind as to... What was that?
This is normal here, right?
It's not. Get down.
Not the warmest of welcomes.
Hey, where are you going?
Welcome to the Ascentrium, friends. Will you come with us?
Do we have a choice?
You do not. Get those hands up, Captain. It's over.
Excuse me, Commander.
My name is Heiss.
I'm Ark, first-time space traveler. What's, going on?
The war is over. That's what's going on. A lot has changed since these two left. Come aboard. We better take him, too. Well, I have to say, I didn't expect to have guests. We really just came for the captain.
Roush?
The last of the Paletsar's fleet. But now that we have you two, well, it's all but the surest of victories.
What do you mean?
The Paletsar sent these two to recruit your people into his war effort. That's what. Truth be told, I never believed they would find anyone in the old world. But now, my friends, you're part of the revolution, and the Paletsar's rule is at an end.
How did you know about the mission?
Let's just say we gained a lot of intel before you two left.
I know that voice. The bar wench?
You don't get to call me that anymore. We were able to piece together the Palahar's plan after your night in the canteen.
Oh, no.
So, this whole thing's over. That's good, right? I think. Is that good?
Our fair city can finally rest easy. So yes, this is good. You have questions? My leader can answer them. She'll be ecstatic to meet you both. Her name is Roa.
They've got a lot of strange names up here.
Welcome to heaven.
Hello?
Do you know what heaven is?
I've seen the word in books.
They read. See? They are not barbarians after all. And they appear well-nourished. This one's as big as a gorilla. I apologize. I'm Roa, and this is the revolution.
Vesuvia. Ves.
Ark.
Worry not, new friends. This unpleasantness will be over shortly. You have to excuse the bloodshed. It's our first overthrowing after all. We're still learning.
You mean the overthrowing of the Paletsar?
Exactly this. It began as any revolution might. The few neglecting the pleas of the many for too long. We quickly got the upper hand. Bringing your people into the war effort was the Paletsar's last resort. To enslave you and lead you to the slaughter. He is a most unpleasant man.
He was gonna use us as soldiers?
Cannon fodder would be more apt. In short, he only wanted the old world to snuff out the rebellion. Us.
I had no idea, my friends, I assure you. I thought it was a simple diplomatic mission.
Vesuvia, forget everything these men have told you about our home. Mosael, born in the Tower of Prosperity, is part of the elite, born into wealth, blinded by privilege. Their captain, however, is of a different sort. For the Paletsar holds something very dear to him in exchange for his cooperation. Host, the tall one, is, quite simply, a monster, and literally a carbon copy of the Paletsar.
What do you mean?
He's a clone.
And he is every bit as cruel as his creator, perhaps more so. Personally, I believe Host has been the man behind the curtain for some time now, pulling the strings. A master manipulator of sorts.
He retreated into their ship. I couldn't get to him.
A shame. He is the worst of them all.
So, I don't get it. Are these guys our friends or not?
You killed it, Captain.
I'm not so sure I did anything.
What was it?
Whatever it was, it never appeared before all of this.
What do we do?
We keep rebuilding, and we're destroying that tower. They're never finding this place again.
Even the girl?
She made her choice.
Forgive the stares. They've never seen people like you.
People like us?
Of the old world. We thought you were all dead.
What are these creatures?
We have a mammoth problem. The geneticists ran amok with fossilized DNA. Now, they're everywhere. They keep us up at night and leave an abundance of defecation on our streets. Still, quite a sight to behold, I guess.
And how did this revolution begin?
Your friend here may have the answer to that. The elixir.
Our world extends beyond the reaches of the imagination, Vesuvia. A world free from pain, from disease, from aging.
Reserved only for the affluent. What Mosael and his circle have forgotten, however, is that the poor get sick too. This is how it all began.
A withholding of basic human rights and needs.
You don't know the half of it.
Hold on. Before we go further, I need to know something.
Of course.
There had been a vision of the old world's complete destruction. A beam of light from beyond the sky. The captain told me about the weapon. Tell me the truth. Are we safe?
What was your name again, ma'am?
Vesuvia.
Such strange names. Vesuvia, if it's the truth you seek, then it's the truth you shall have. I have to show you something. The Solare, designed by the Department of Defenses, a solar proton accelerator and super collider, inconceivably destructive, aimed directly at the old world.
What are you saying? You were going to destroy us?
If the Paletsar had been successful in recruiting your people to join his war effort, then yes. Nobody joins a war to lose, Vesuvia. It was a last resort, I assure you.
Rausch said it was dismantled.
Well, we remantled it after the revolt.
There are families in the old world. Women, children.
There are innocents here as well, my friend. We're not the good guys here, because in war there is no such thing. But you should be happy to know that now that your world is on our side, this threat is no longer necessary.
You must think we're savages. I promise you, the Ascentrium was heaven once, before this dark period decimated the city. Before the massacres.
We never would have fought for this man or anyone. We are peaceful people.
Most of us.
This wasn't a risk we were willing to take. These are desperate times, and this weapon was a desperate measure.
This Paletsar may be your enemy, but he was never ours.
I believe your captain here can attest to this man's cruelty. Heiss, the photograph. Tell them, Captain, how they tore your family apart.
The only reason I'm here is family problems. I have nothing to prove to any of you. I just wanted her back.
He kidnapped your daughter?
And once the Paletsar learns he's been captured, she's as good as dead, isn't she? This is the type of man we're dealing with.
Rausch, I'm so sorry.
The Paletsar takes what you hold dear for ransom, lest you defy him. Not to mention, perhaps, what he has already done to the Earth, your planet.
What do you mean?
Roa. They aren't ready for the truth just yet.
Right. Perhaps tomorrow. I'll tell you the whole story. When all of this is over. Let's just say, this Ascentrium regime is responsible for the entirety of all human suffering.
I guess now you're gonna make us fight for you, huh?
No. Weren't you listening, my handsome friend? There's no more fighting. You're just our captives. Until the Paletsar surrenders the city to the people, that is. I would give it a day or so. Things move fast around here.
Yeah, I've noticed.
If you have us, and you're about to win this war, why should this weapon remain operational?
We need this to be a sure win, and we cannot let the Paletsar believe he stands a chance against us. Because without his last living pilot, and without his key to the old world, the Paletsar will surrender the city. A clean, non-violent end.
His key to the old world. Being me.
Exactly this.
So, we ended the war. That was easy, huh?
I guess it was.
In the meantime, while we await our victory, Commander Heiss will provide accommodations for you. You're less a captive and more of an honored guest.
It's a cozy little hideaway. A bath, a hot meal, anything you wish.
That's very kind of you all, in a way.
Take these men to the cells. And Heiss, would you kindly show our guests to their quarters?
You'll have to excuse the unpleasantness tonight. This is the first revolution in our country's history. We sometimes make mistakes. I'll be just outside if you two need anything. Additional rations, a hot towel, anything of that nature.
We will be fine, Commander.
This is the life, ain't it, Vess?
I don't know how you can relax at a time like this.
Come on, I'm making the best of a bad situation here. We're their prisoners, might as well kick back and enjoy. The big laser cannon, the destruction of the Sankt, it's all over.
I'm not so sure. It was too simple. This can't be the reason why we're here.
Vess, not everything has a reason. Sometimes things just happen.
I have a feeling that our work isn't finished yet. I think I have a solution for all of this, but I'll need your help.
Oh, what is it now? Jeez, Vess, we already saved one world today, and now what? You want to save another? You gotta learn to quit while you're ahead.
Not while people's lives are still in danger. Not while that weapon remains active. I think I know how we can fix all of this. For everyone.
I see that look in your eye again. Oh, can't we just relax for the night? Have a drink. Save the adventures for tomorrow.
I need you to distract the guard while I slip out.
You know, you're gonna make this situation a whole lot worse.
You have to trust me, Ark.
Oh boy, what do I do?
Just ask him questions. About the Ascentrium. Pretend like you're interested.
Hey, I am interested. Hey, buddy.
Arcadio, are the accommodations to your liking?
Oh yeah, this place is great. You know, this is my first time on another planet.
This is actually a moon of your planet. Before the migration, I believe they called it the moon.
Huh, I've just never seen it before. Where I'm from, there is no sky or anything. We can't even see the sun from down there.
How do you grow your food?
We've got growers and all that, and I don't know. I work in mining mostly, so I don't grow the food. I just eat it, you know? I was about to pour myself a shot. You in?
Oh, I can't. I'm on duty.
Come on, it's the end of an era. A little celebration can't hurt, huh?
Okay, just one.
Just one. Attaboy.
Vesuvia, what are you doing here?
We're going to his palace.
The palace? You mean meet with the Paletsar? Have you gone completely mad? It's over. He's about to surrender. Your people are safe.
But what about your daughter?
It's too late for her. For me.
You can't give up on her.
I was once part of this revolution. My wife and I. During the massacres, we were captured by the Paletsar's men. She died in their captivity. They took my daughter. They said they'd keep her alive, as long as I stayed loyal to the regime.
What's her name?
Oriah. I thought that if I brought back survivors, perhaps they would free her, and I could be with her again.
If you bring me to him, will he release her?
He might. I don't know.
Bring me to him. He'll have no reason to keep her.
You can't seriously tell me you'd trade a little girl's life for the lives of the Sankt. Roa, her fighters, they may very well destroy your world once they learn you've fled for the palace, running to the enemy with open arms. Not exactly a good look.
You have to trust me.
What is it you want, really? It can't just be to save my daughter. Is it peace? A way home?
All of it.
You're clearly insane.
I'm also your last chance.
So, let's go.
So there's more than a few mammoths in this place, huh?
I've got to say, I can't remember the last time I cut loose like this. Overthrowing a dictator, you know. The work never ends.
You know, you Ascentrians, you're all right.
When this is all over, I'd like to see the old world.
Oh, buddy, you'd love it. It's great, except for the monsters, of course.
The what?
Hey, how's your drink?
Alas, my friends have come to free me. You shall be greatly rewarded for this. I'll see to it myself. Riches beyond your wildest dreams.
I'm sorry, Moselle. We've both made a big enough mess. It's time to clean it up.
Blessed be the Almighty. You're going to do me in, aren't you? Well, if it must be done, I suppose I deserve it. And worse.
What? We aren't going to kill you. You just aren't coming with us.
Oh, could you at least tell the guards to bring me a pillow on your way out? This concrete is hardly appropriate for a good night's sleep. Guys, a pillow!
Ark, are you there?
Go for Arcadio.
Rausch and I are going to the palace. Can you sneak out?
Yeah, the commander's passed out. I'm a little tipsy myself, but I think I can bust some heads.
No, No violence. This is going to be civil.
Right, sure it is. What's the plan?
We're going into the sewers.
Ugh, yeah, let me grab the rest of the booze. So let me get this straight. You gotta end the war, power down the weapon, get this guy's daughter back, and get safe passage home. Vess, you know this is crazy, right?
That's what I said.
Trust me, Ark. I've got a plan. Just follow my lead.
Yeah, I was just starting to like this place, too.
Guards! Guards!
Where's the other one?
The captain's escaped with Vesuvia.
Escaped?
Let me go, and I'll tell you everything I know.
Well, Captain, looks like you're one of us after all. Your Eminence, there's something you need to see.
He's returned them to me. Distinguished guests, welcome to my Ascentrium.
It's, an honor, sire.
My retainer has told me all about you and your world. I do sincerely regret your having witnessed such unpleasantness upon your arrival. Well, I'm sure you became acquainted with these so-called freedom fighters in your captivity. They're cruel, relentless, and worst of all, ungrateful. Make no mistake, they will answer for their crimes. Well, that doesn't matter now. I have my guests, and I have my most distinguished pilot. Bridging the gap between worlds can continue uninterrupted.
Sir, I wish to speak with you on this exactly, but first, the release of Araya, your captain's daughter. He's been gracious to us, and led us to you.
I suppose he has, hasn't he?
Hey, it's, our friend.
Hello again. Sir, I couldn't help but overhear. I think releasing the girl is the least we could do, wouldn't you say?
My retainer's advice is never less than sound. You've done well, Captain. I suppose some family time would be well earned.
It's been a pleasure to serve you, Your Eminence, and I would like to thank you for keeping her safe.
I might suggest we talk in your chambers, sir. We can talk this through in private. The girl is there, waiting for us.
Of course, yes, my chamber. With me, friends. Perhaps these revolutionaries should take a page from your book, Captain, and learn that I can be very generous when I am obeyed dutifully.
I realize that now, sir.
You see, I'm not the cruel man these traitors have made me out to be. Have a seat, young lady. We have much to discuss. I want to know everything of your world and how it may, at long last, integrate with mine.
Sir, I don't think that's going to happen. Your war is lost. The revolutionaries, they've assembled the solar weapon. It's aiming directly at the old world. My world. If you attempt to recruit us into your war effort, they will destroy it.
You're siding with your enemies, are you? You are treading dangerous waters, young one. I shall forgive you for this mistake, but that will be my last. Tread carefully now.
I am on nobody's side. I am, however, here to make an offer. The Ascentrians have spoken. They want you out. You have the captain. You have your ship. We can leave for the old world right now. You can be granted asylum and begin your days in exile. With me, I can ensure your safety.
You would have me flee my own kingdom, like a coward?
Forgive my being forward, sir, but the revolution will not be forgiving. Be it surrendering the city or by way of violence, this will not end well for you.
I see. You two have it all figured out, don't you? My ancestors created this world. It's my duty to preserve our legacy. When I failed to produce a son, I had host created, to take my place upon my passing. Though the elixir has perhaps given me what some might say an unnaturally long life.
It's never too late to do the right thing.
They're bold, I'll give them that. The large one has escaped with them as well.
And they're going to join the Paletsar. I already told you.
It doesn't make sense. We're holding her world hostage. There's no way she put her home in jeopardy.
Unless...
She already disabled it.
This is fine work. The girl is tech-savvy.
Well, perhaps I would have told you that if you hadn't thrown me in prison.
Get him out of here.
Can I at least get that pillow?
She's clever, that one.
Would she really join him? The Paletsar?
No. Vesuvia would never. She has a plan. But I'm afraid she may have made a grave mistake. Something she's failed to realize.
What's that?
That the Paletsar isn't the man she needs to worry about.
This is my offer. Asylum in the Sankt.
Sanctuary. It's fitting.
You can begin a new life. Will you let us go? Will you come with us?
I want to tell you something I've never told anyone. About the meaning behind it all.
Your Eminence, this is hardly the time.
Have you ever wondered why we're here? I know the answer. I've seen outside of the infinite, the world beyond this one. Did you know that we are all manufactured? Crudely constructed symbols for greater things. Your voice, my dear, is not your voice, yet you are the heart of creation. The Ascentrium. All you've seen is the rebinding of soul to reality, a return to expression. The mission was to find the heart that was torn from the world all those years ago. It was all leading to this. Perhaps it's time I return to the source, where we came from.
What are you saying?
It's time to relinquish my position. I will come with you. Perhaps I shall live out my days in shame, yes. But how many lives is my ego truly worth? 10? Hundreds? Thousands?
So you'll come with us?
You win, young lady. You win. I've done terrible things, unimaginable things, even to your world. The violence, the greed. It needs to end.
Sir, you're doing the right thing. You won't regret this.
What have you done? You've murdered our leader.
Why did you do this?
I was born to lead. Manufactured in a lab. Raised with no real family. To lead. And you have him throw it all away? His legacy? My legacy?
They'll know it was you.
Who will they believe? 4 outliers who infiltrated the palace? Or me? The new rightful Paletsar.
What's the plan now, Vess?
I may have made a mistake.
You really thought you could waltz out of here with our leader. You made a big mistake. You know, he never told you the truth about what happened to the Earth. So I suppose I will. He destroyed it 300 years ago. I know. He's been around a long time. Thanks to this stuff. And nobody wanted him gone more than me.
300 years? You think we've only been trapped down here for 300 years?
You're lying. Jacovian told me the Earth was destroyed before the Ascentrium.
That's the best part. That weapon, the Revolution now has possession of, is more destructive than you think. It didn't just destroy the Earth, its air, the trees, the ocean. No, it sent the Earth through a black hole, unraveling the fabric of time and space, and nearly ripped the planet from existence.
How long have you all been down here?
Longer. A lot longer.
So are you telling us this is why you killed him? Because he sent the Earth through a vortex?
No, I'm only doing what I was born to do. Rule. I'm telling you this because I never would have met my destiny without the help of your friends.
Friends?
Those things you call the beast? The very keepers of time and space? I never believed it until I saw them for myself. Whatever they are, they emerged from the recesses of deep space, making the old world their home and becoming the true protectors of time. You've seen them too. To the beast, the beginning has no end, and the end has no beginning. They set all these events in motion and fulfilled my destiny. Without the death of your mother, you never would have built the tower, the one that eventually brought me to you. In fact, if they had interrupted us that day in the Sankt, Jacovian would have imprisoned me for the death of that engineer. They've been altering the course of every event of your life just to bring you here to me.
They weren't helping you. I know why I'm here. To disable the weapon. It won't work anymore.
You think I don't know that? I knew it as soon as you walked through the palace doors. In fact, quite a risk you took. I knew you'd never take a chance like that, unless you believed your world was safe from total destruction. I was counting on you disabling that weapon. Lucky me, because now that the revolution no longer has hold on your world, I'm free to claim it for myself.
You wouldn't.
This war is far from over. And once I have your people fighting for me, your world, the Ascentrium, it all belongs to me. It's been a pleasure, my friends. But your purpose has been fulfilled. Rotting in a prison cell for the rest of your days.
We have to get to the ship.
Guards, seize the outsiders. They've murdered the Paletsar.
You guys get out of here and don't look back.
We can't leave without you, Ark.
Just go!
We're gonna send you to hell for what you've done.
Didn't they tell you? I was born there.
We'll have to jump. I'll get the door open.
I don't know if I can do this.
The gravity is different. You can make it. Be brave, Oriah, and do as I say.
He's here. He's got some kind of weapon.
The ship is impenetrable, even for seismic blasters.
He doesn't have a blaster. It's one of ours.
From the Sankt.
Warning. Thrusters intermittent. Possible EMP detected.
He won't let us leave.
Hey!
If he holds us any longer, it will destroy the tower.
It will what?
Destroy the tower.
Oh. Ascentrium.
Is it over?
It's over.
Ark.
Can you hear me? Are you alright?
Hey, Vess! Never better.
We're coming back for you. We're going home.
Nah, you guys go ahead. I guess I'm some kind of revolutionary hero down here now. Maybe I'll stick around for a while.
I guess this makes us even.
Thank you for everything, Ark.
Don't get gushy on me now, Vess. Just make sure you come visit, huh?
I will.
We did it, Dad! Thanks for bringing him back to me, stranger.
Well done, my friend. From this day forth, you shall be known as Arcadio, the man from below, friend to the revolution, and protector of the Ascentrium.
Nah, don't mention it.
Now, let's get you home.
I'm not sure that's possible. We'll never find the Sankt without my signal.
I thought of that. The holosphere doubles as a homing device. You didn't think I left it there for nothing, did you?
You wanted to come back.
Everything is going to be different now. In your world and mine.
It will.
And that, my young friends, is the tale of how I, Mosale of Prosperity, was secretly working for the revolution all along, and facilitated the overthrowing of the tyrannical Paletsar, returning the Ascentrium to its former glory, and to the glorious kingdom that it is today. Next, I shall tell you how I, Mosale of Prosperity, defeated the beasts of the old world, single-handedly. It is said they live outside of time, in a realm beyond the very laws of nature. Little did they know that I, Mosale of Prosperity, swore to defend the Ascentrium at any cost, be it a foe of supernatural origin or otherwise.
We have been given another day. Use your light well, my friend.